What's going on, people? Today I will be reviewing Batman Returns in 4K Ultra HD, and I got that coming up for you next. So Batman Returns just came out in 4K Ultra HD. I actually just reviewed Batman Returns, the movie itself, in a separate video. You can check that out right over here. And if you like that video, and if you like this video, I do this all the time. So subscribe right down here, and I will tell you when the next video comes out, because you know you want to hear my review of Batman Forever. And just as a little side note, people, I have actually been working on a website to host all of these videos, and it has been a little passion project that I have been working on for quite some time, and it is finally up and running, and I would just really appreciate it if you guys just check it out and let me know what you thought about everything that is going on over there. And to get down to business and straight into the video quality of this release, this was actually given a 4K scan, which means that this has a 4K digital intermediate. Now, this movie was shot on 35mm, and at least with the older Blu-ray, it showed. That was a very soft presentation that didn't have a whole lot of sharpness or detail to it. And along with that, it did look better than Batman in Blu-ray, but I will say that it still wasn't that good. So I had high hopes for this, and they absolutely just delivered. I will say right off the top that the sharpness on this transfer is bumped up so significantly from that previous Blu-ray, and it is immediately you can tell the difference, and the detail here is the same. You know, you have such detail in the backdrops here and just the overall city of Gotham, and along with that, when you get into close-up shots here, they reveal so many different pores and wrinkles on people's faces. It is really excellent, and just, you know, when the Batmobile rolls up, you can see so many different textures to it that just weren't available on Blu-ray. And the overall depth of field here is stepped up as well. Black levels are a big part here. And that is because there was a whole lot of crushing on that Blu-ray, and it is very well contained here. And I will get more into that in the HDR discussion. And look, this is a very black and white movie. I mean, it is almost monochromatic. But what I will say is what the HDR does for the presentation here is pretty remarkable. You know, the blacks and the whites of the snow that are on screen here. This takes place during Christmas time, so all of that does have a welcome punch that is lacking in every other presentation of this movie, and that is the biggest portion and the biggest bump up in the HDR department. Other than that, I will say that smaller details like explosions or when you see the flames coming out of the Batmobile, those are pretty punchy as well, but I will say that the biggest bump up here as far as HDR goes is just the blacks and the whites, and that color palette, it is so great here. And that is why I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I feel like this is a little better than Batman in 4K, and I just feel like this is a just great overall presentation. And getting into the audio quality here, we are given a Dolby Atmos mix, and what I will say, even if you watch it on the Blu-ray that comes with this box set, you will get that Dolby Atmos mix even on the Blu-ray, and it is a great mix. It is just full and expansive, and it fully circumferences your field of sound. And I will say that the Dolby True HD mix that was on that previous Blu-ray, it was just very limited. And I would say that it's very front heavy. And here, it is just opened up. Height speaker use is more pronounced than you would think. The score comes through your height speakers as well, and a lot of the action, when needed, goes through your height speakers. Bass response here kicks a whole lot of ass, and I definitely felt it. And I'm going to give this another 9 out of 10. This isn't reference quality material, but it is damn good. And when you're getting into the digital copy here, this is a Movies Anywhere digital copy, which means that you can redeem this code on iTunes and on Vudu. But what I will say is that I have heard that the Vudu copy does not contain 4K. So if you are looking for the 4K presentation here, I would suggest going to iTunes. I know for a fact that it is there and available. And when we're talking about special features here, like Batman in 4K, the only special feature that is on that 4K disc is the audio commentary by Tim Burton. All of the rest are on the Blu-ray, and what you get there is quite a bit, and that would be a making of doc, and then alongside that you get what is going on with the villains of the film, what is going on with Batman. Each one of those is separated into its own separate featurette. And then on top of that, you get a Susie and the Banshees music video that went along with this movie. Tim Burton is a big fan of them. And then you get a theatrical trailer as well. There is a decent amount of special features here. Not as much as Batman, but still quite a bit. And it is very informative. And for that, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. As my last looks at Batman Returns, this might be an unpopular opinion. I know that some people actually like this movie more than the first. I'm just not one of them. I feel like this is a kind of tone-deaf movie that really has problems going through its tone, and you really see where Tim Burton wants to take this franchise, and I don't specifically like the Looney Tunes aspects of this movie where I know that he would have kind of wanted to take it. And for that, if you didn't watch my video review of Batman Returns, I gave it a 6 out of 10. And when you add up all my scores for Batman Returns in 4K Ultra HD, you come out to a 31 out of 40. That is largely because of my score of the film itself, because this release is on point in every other direction. If you like this movie, you will love this disc. So pick it up. And coming up next, I'm going to be getting right into Batman Forever. I got it right over here for you. So if you're excited about that, comment down below. Let me know if you have seen it and what did you think about that release. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't even say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.